Good morning, respected employers, my HR fraternity friends and colleagues, and cross-functional friends and colleagues. Today I am going to discuss in this video on the very latest concept in HR, that is HR analytics. Probably we all know that evolving models, evolving theories, evolving various tools, methods in HR has been always a thrust area for the management gurus, keeping in view that the human capital, human assets are the only assets which can use, reuse, utilize all other resources. That is why management gurus, management philosophers, management practitioners have always been given thrust on how to improve human capital in the organization for better productivity, better performance, and better measurable performance rather than a only what I should say file caretaker. So what is HR analytics? Analytics, let us understand the word analytics. Analytics is a word which is derived from an analysis. An analysis has a backward integration with surveys, researches, so on and so forth. So analytics is a measurable one which goes by the matrix. So the core of HR analytics in figures, in matrix, conveys the measuring factors of a given situation, given context, given aspect, given dimension, given variable of the organization across. Where from these data come? The analytical data basically comes from human resource information system or manpower inventory as a whole. Here is a confusion in many or with many HR professionals even, which and what counts to human resource information system or inventory. To be honest, which I have felt across my career, human resource information system or inventory is a holistic one. It is not only available database in the biodata or in the organization as a promotion, so on and so forth, but it also includes all the parameters which have been continually captured in terms of balance scorecard, call it performance management system, so on and so forth, so that in end to end of a given employee are available within the information system of HRIS or manpower inventory or human capital inventory. So HRIS has to be a broad-based documentation, numerically, descriptively, whatever, but it has to capture all the information across the life of the employee till retirement or till separation. So in my one of the video I have discussed about human resource audit or HR audit. In that I have tried to convey that HR audit has to have its own audit for itself, followed by audit of the entire organization in relation to human resources, where I have already shared that there could be 35 to 40 dimensions and 100 to 120 variables. And in HR function itself, there could be more than 100 dimensions and variables which are needed to be measured. So combining these two, HR effectiveness measure or HR audit measures and HR itself, HR audit, both combined together can give a lot of information which could be analyzed in a way which and then capture it in the form of HR analytics. What next? Only analytics is not the enough. Neither analysis nor analytics are the enough. Those are to be interpreted ins and outs with given perspectives in respects, in aspects, in situation, in way forward, present, near future, long-term future. All these are to be analyzed, then articulated into HR analytics so that action points come out from out of the analysis and analytics for taking action towards skills and competencies development and, in a word, capability development of the individuals in the organization as a whole. That includes promoter or entrepreneur or managing director or CMD, whoever, whatsoever may be. So nobody is exception to these analytic measures. Next is employee focused has to be there. Erstwhile, there has been a shift. What shift? HR has been shifted from the caretaker to the strategic partner, for which as of now we started saying HRBP, Human Resource Business Partner. Next shift has been the employee focus. This is very important. It is because employee focus means earlier the number of HRIS was very limited, human resource inventory was very limited, database was very limited, but as on date, the paradigm shift has been in terms of cost effectiveness of the human resources in the organization. In one of my video, I have tried to share regarding organizational effectiveness measures in terms of percentages and ratios. Yes, I tried to convey this message only through that my video communication. Next paradigm shift has been records to employee development. That means not only the employee details should be available in the HRIS, it should also include entire population of the organization's capability level, competencies level, skill level, from time to time, what is present, what should be attempted to develop. That means developmental approach has taken place much more, and skill development and competencies development has to be a regular feature, which also I have shared in my earlier videos very delicately. Until unless development is continued, an organization may fail to or may find challenges to cope with the technological development, technological improvement, and need of skills development to cater to those technological development, be it software based, be it hardware based, be it hardcore technology based, whatsoever. So HR has to connect metrics with the business, which I have shared in the balance scorecard or business scorecard. Once the business scorecard or the balance scorecard of the business has been designed, has been derived after thorough exercises, not in a casual mode, after thorough exercises I have given in my one of my video, then HR scorecard has to match with the business scorecard, which will take a shape of the HR accountability, HR responsibility, HR deliverables in the perspective, so that human resource contribution in the organization can be measured in a analytic way, in metrics way. So next phase is create a strategic map, a strategic roadmap, how to go ahead, what to do, what next is coming, on what attempts, where attention or focus has to be given continuously, continued and sustainable with a developmental approach. And organization has to be ready with creating HR metrics. Many a times, from my experience again, with apology, I am trying to say that whether the HR fraternities or the other functional fraternities, even the senior management, even the top management are not very much comfortable to go for analytics of the business, analytics of the HR, because there arises some sort of confusion, some sort of fear psychosis, some sort of doubts, even some sort of weaknesses and threats as well. My sincere suggestion to the top management, to the senior management, to the cross-functional fraternities, and more particularly the HR fraternities, to overcome these scenarios. Otherwise, there will be much more challenges ahead for the organizations. If it has been started by organizations, very well. If not started by organization, it should be started. It should be continued in a strategic way, so that HR analytics, HR analysis, and other aspects which I have shared can produce result for the organization development, organization's capability development, and can deliver business results as set out to compete over the competition. So HR analysis can be of three narratives, can be of three types. One is descriptive type, that is most of the analysis part. Then predictive part, right? If HR is a doctor, if I take HR analytics as a doctor, first there is examinations, tests, lot of tests. Then comes to prediction, what could happen, what happened, what might happen. Then comes to prevention or prescription. What sort of activities, what sort of actions, what sort of focus, what sort of action planning, what sort of drives are required to improve the HR capability alongside the organizational capability as a whole to cope with the business challenges, cope with the competitive challenges, cope with the human resource management and development challenges as well. Hopefully, I could give some food for thought in regard to the essence of HR analytics with its backward and forward integration of all other aspects which I have just shared with. Hopefully, if the organizations, whether small, medium or large, can take this as a challenge, in open heart, in open mind, and with a mindset, as a principle, as a focused area, then of course that is going to deliver better and better result in future. In description, I have given some more detail. Hopefully, my employers, HR fraternities, and cross-functional fraternities will appreciate the need of it and will take the advantage of HR analytics for their advantage as well. Thank you very much.